But I tell you, Northwest Indiana has some great mayors. I've gotten an opportunity to get to know them really well over the years, and we have the experienced mayors like Mayor Joe, myself, Mayor Brian, Mayor Dave from Crown Point. Mayor Copeland's got experience also. He's been around for a few terms. And then you got a new crop of new mayors coming in. Portage and Lake Station and Michigan City and LaPorte all have new mayors, and we're actually communicating very well. And we do a conference call once a week, a Zoom call now, and we all compare notes so that there's some consistency across Northwest Indiana with the mayors and how their cities are approaching this COVID epidemic, you know? So if the consistency you see in the cities and towns, a lot of that's being hammered out on Wednesday morning between the mayors on a Zoom call. We're all mayors, we're all colleagues. Doesn't matter how big or how small your city is. It doesn't matter if you're red or if you're blue. We're all on the same team. We're Hoosier mayors, and we're dealing with the pandemic, and we have a great relationship. I was going to mention the parades we did because there's two things I want to mention. The parades we do for the first responders and for the nurses and for the doctors. Our first responders actually put a parade together so that we can go around Franciscan Health Center in Hammond and honk our horns and blare our sirens and thank our nurses and our doctors that work there and put themselves at risk every day. And we had to have 300 first responders show up. I mean, that parade had to take a half hour. We were out there
shooting videos and taking pictures.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was packed.
It was incredible. It was so cool. I felt so good to participate in that because it just, you could see the nurses crying on the side. Like they were so happy. So that's cool. And the Blue Angels and all that's so cool. The kind of stuff that we're doing, it reminds me of 9/11 and the patriotism that we came around during 9/11. We haven't really seen that since then. So that's sort of refreshing. Another story that I loved, it happened early on and this is really before other businesses started doing the same type of thing, was 18th Street Brewery. Drew Fox had a great idea as soon as we got into this epidemic and we realized that there was a lot of shortage in hand sanitizer. They shut their brewery down and they started just making nothing but hand sanitizer, and they just gave it out to first responders all across Northwest Indiana. Lake Porter, LaPorte counties, 18th Street Brewery is making gallons of this stuff and just making it available. And now, you started seeing a lot of other businesses follow suit after that, but they had to be one of the first, not just in Northwest Indiana, one of the first in the country that shut their business down and just focused on making critical supplies that we needed. And I thought that was a great story too. And by the way, 18th Street, they're just great people that own that company. And so it didn't surprise me a bit that they were willing to step up like that.
Well, thanks for taking the time. Again, stay safe. Say hi to your family. Thanks for joining us again today.
Great to see you. I appreciate you inviting me.